What's up, FTFers? JJ coming at you after the Hurricane Helene that just hit, and I am confined to my home. Unfortunately, a big old oak tree came down and took out the power lines. They've got the road blocked on both sides, and this is the first time with a storm system that I couldn't get out. And I could have got out, I did. I actually went to town on my e-bike, but I didn't get to do as much exploring as I wanted to because my son had taken the e-bike out and he did not charge it back up. So I started at 60%, which was enough for me to go around town, survey damage, gather intel, etc. But one thing that I think people don't talk about is after the event. Because right now we've got 1 million people without power. There's 11 confirmed dead from the storm. There's dams that are failing, flash flooding. People's vehicles are out of commission, their homes are out of commission. And I don't think people really talk about, well, what do you do after the event, right? Because I mean, we're always preaching like, do you have the chainsaw ready? Did you get the fuel in your vehicle? Do you have the tarps and all the things that you need, you know, to survive a storm and to weather the storm, and then, you know, things that you'll need after the storm. But I've noticed something while I've been confined here, that there are several things that I use all the time that nobody ever talks about. Now, for me, it's pretty simple, right? The power's out. I just go outside and I camp. And I've been, you know, living out of my bags. And I mean, I'm pretty much set up for that, right? Like I go to events and I teach all the time and I live out of my bag and out of my vehicle. So it's kind of like I'm overlanding, but I'm not really overlanding, if you will. But while I've been just sitting here camping out, using my hammock, and I know a lot of people think that's weird or whatever, but man, I just don't want to be in the house. Okay, I'm just more comfortable being outside. You know, we made a big old pot of chili, and it's like being at deer camp. You know, everybody just grabs a bowl and eats out of the chili pot, you know, or we'll make stew or chicken and dumplings or something like that that you can just, you know, keep on the fire, and you can eat whenever you want to eat. And what I realized during this is, you know, maybe I need to share this with the audience. Like, what do I use while I'm literally confined to my yard? Like, I really can't go anywhere. So I thought I would take the time to kind of talk about the things that I've been using on the regular during this time. So one of the things that y'all have seen me carry exclusively, right, is my Grayl. I absolutely love my Grayl. It's one of the best things that I've ever carried, period. And I wouldn't even think of leaving home without it. I mean, I've got several of them. I make sure that, you know, the family, they've got this as well. And that's something that I probably need to talk about, is individual kits for your family. Because I can just tell the fam, like, grab your pack and let's go. Like, we can literally live out of our packs. It doesn't have to be a bug out scenario. You know, when the SHTF happens, you know, maybe it is something like this. It's just a storm system that has come through. And it's so easy to tell the family, just grab your kit and we'll live out of those. And that's what we've been doing. And there's all kinds of tactical advantages for that. I mean, if you're used to being in your home, for example, and now you're using pots and pans and all that stuff, and there's always a big mess when the power's out and all that. And I mean, that's just the kind of thing I don't want to deal with. I'm all about being tactically efficient, and I want everything to just go as smooth as possible. And so I thought I would share these things with you because this is what I've been using the most. So a lot of people, they don't realize that Grayl makes other products besides these killer purifiers. I've been actually pretty impressed the past couple days just using some of the other stuff that they have. So I guess I'll just start from the top. This bowl right here, I mean, this seems like such a simple thing. It's just a titanium bowl. But the beauty of this bowl is that it's lightweight. It dissipates heat really well. It's very simple, but the thing that I love about it the most is it's easy to clean, like, which is something people never talk about. When you're eating chili, for example, and you go down to the creek and you have to wash out your bowl, you use sand. I've been grabbing plantain or whatever, but this thing cleans so easy, and that is definitely something that I highly prefer. And it's not just the bowl. They also have like these plates, for example. I've been using their combination spoon and spork, or fork and knife combo. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'll try to get up close, but can you see the topo lines? Just super cool. I mean, you know, the Fuel of Fires logo, we have a topo map on our logo, and I just kind of like that kind of stuff. But everything has been super practical and easy to use, easy to clean. And that's something that I can highly appreciate in a scenario like this. But here's the one thing that I really wanted to share with you. So check this thing out. All right, look how small this is. Now, just to give you some perspective, this is an MSR pocket rocket. Okay, I want you to just see the size difference. Matter of fact, let me get this thing out. Okay, this is what I normally use, like when I go to events or something. Surprise, surprise, I don't want to always be making a fire. Sometimes I just want some coffee, yo. And so, you know, I'll just fire up the old stove, right? I mean, this is super simple and easy, but there's a problem, all right? Like things like my cup, they don't want to fit on there because of the jaws. I mean, it will fit something bigger like the bowl, or, you know, if I want to use this as a skillet, you know, I can do that. But I don't want to be sitting there doing this with a flame, making sure that it's right in the middle when all I want is a cup of coffee. On top of that, you know, if I want to use, like, say, the cup from my Grayl, I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And that's like highly irritating to me. But check this out. I didn't even think this was possible. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. The first time that I saw this, I was like, no way. I cannot believe that. Look at how small this thing is. And let me show you with it actually put together just how effective this thing is. I've been using the heck out of this thing over the past couple days. It's real easy to put together. It's just like using any of the other ones that we have. But let me show you the difference here. Look at that. I didn't even realize they could make one this small. And this is the titanium version. But I mean, this thing works awesome. Like, I'm just so impressed with it, because not only will it work with my plates or skillet or with my bowl, it will also work with my coffee cup. Bam, totally stable. And it also will work with my Grayl cup as well. Mind blown. Now I finally have something that will work for everything. Because even with my other stoves, right, like my solo stove, for example, I love this thing. But it doesn't work very well with my cup. I mean, it does work. It's kind of sketchy or whatever. But if I'm using my Grayl cup from my GeoPress, for example, okay, it'll work with that one. But if I'm using my Vargo stove, ooh, that's very unstable. I don't like it at all. And I have in a past video, I showed y'all where you could use your tent stakes to make a grate on that. And then, you know, something like my Ultra Press will fit on there, and I don't have to worry about it, you know, falling over. But this is a one solution for everything. Like I can't even believe that. Normally I stay away from stuff like this because, well, it's a consumable, right? With my Solo stove and with my Vargo stove, I mean, I can find sticks just about anywhere. But this is more of a convenience thing. Like, I don't have to go and start a fire every time that I want a cup of coffee, or I just want to heat up my food or whatever it is. This is just perfect for it. You know, I can have a few of these bottles. You can buy the bigger ones, you know, if you want. You don't have to have these little ones. This is just the one that I keep in my vehicle. Depending on where I go, I might want to carry something like this, just as like an emergency type of thing. Like, or, you know, I don't know, it's pouring rain. I'm underneath my shelter and I just don't want to go fiddle with all of this stuff or whatever. You know, if I'm in an event and I want some coffee, I want it now. I mean, a lot of people use like jet boils, for example, but I've seen too many accidents with them. People cross-thread them, they light it, and boom. Yeah, so I really don't like those very much. This is primarily what I use the majority of the time. And I wanted to share this with you because I'm using this stuff all the time. I mean, I use it for my coffee. I use it for my food. I use this to go down to the creek to get my water. And believe me, there's tons of water right now. But just having the Grayl, I don't have to have stored water. I can, you know, filter and purify while I'm on the move, while I'm out here in the yard, while I'm confined to the house. I don't have to worry about water. I don't have to worry about, you know, how am I going to cook my food? What am I going to put my food in? You know, and I don't have to worry about having to clean it. Like, it's super easy to clean. And I don't normally talk about products to y'all unless I firmly believe in them. And it's not just if it's a badass product, right? I have to believe in the ethos of the company. I have to believe in their customer support, the shipping and the tracking of the package, and how are they as people, right? I want people that I can trust, people that I appreciate, people that I care about. So I wanted to bring this stuff to your attention because, as you've probably noticed, we are now 2 days a week on Survival Dispatch. I have moved up in the ranks at SD, and they've given me an extra day to film. And so I thought, you know, with that extra day, what do I want to bring to the table? Like, should it be skills building? You know, should it be more challenges? Maybe I should show you how to do stuff like how to properly use a tourniquet. And another thing that I thought about is, okay, I want to show off products that I use, that I believe in, because, I mean, this is the stuff that works, right? I am really weird and funny and picky about what I use. Why? Because I want to be tactically efficient. Like, that's the biggest part of what I used to do in rescue, right? I don't want to have to take the time to fiddle with a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to carry a bunch of stuff. I just want to carry the things that I actually need. And so that's why I thought I would share this stuff with you. I did forget one thing, which is this lid right here. This is super cool because when I am making my coffee in the morning, which I typically will warm up coffee for 2 on that, I have a lid which actually fits onto my titanium cup that goes with my GeoPress. And what's really, really awesome about it is because titanium dissipates heat so well, I can remove it with my hands. I don't have to use a knife or a multi-tool or a stick or whatever it is. The lid itself, look at that. You'll notice the slots in there. If you're preparing, say, wild edibles or medicinals, and you know you need to clean them off, you know, you can do that. and then you have a colander so you can pour it off. I absolutely love this setup. It's a one and done thing. I have everything that I need. I literally could just take this and it does everything that I need it to do. And this thing right here, I want to show you all this too. I need to do a video on it. I just need to show you all how it works. But see this D-ring on the back? That allows you to put some cordage, paracord, whatever it is. And if you need to get the water source below you, like when we did the Escaping Atlanta video, I could have just taken some paracord, hooked it onto this, lowered it down into the water, pulled it back up, and then all I had to do was go ahead and purify my water. Then your water is filtered and purified. But this is like a one solution. Like, you know, this is what you need. You can cook in this, you can mix your electrolytes in it, you can make your coffee, whatever it is. I love stuff like that. And so I just wanted to take the time to share that with you. If y'all want to see more videos on the gear that I actually use, that I actually carry, then get in the comments section, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and until next time, stay safe and keep fueling those fires.
Land of Land, your trusted source for extraordinary vacant land across America that expresses your unique, special passions while diversifying your investment portfolio and hedging against runaway inflation. Imagine the thrill and prestige of land ownership, owning a piece of America, making the best investment on earth as simple as an online purchase. Off-the-grid serenity, pricing from $1,000 payable by credit card. Visit us today at landofland.com, America's premier land wholesaler for over a decade.